Over again. Okay, hey y'all, it's Kalia. Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15, episode 3. A Star is Reborn. Where did that come from in the episode? Like, a star is reborn. Maybe Drew? Okay, I guess Drew. Okay, so we get right into it. And the first little peek I see is with, Kandi and Don Juan. Have Mayetta coming over to, Candy Coated, whatever. I just thought, and I might be all over the place, so just keep up with me. I just think it's crazy that Mama Joyce is still talking about Todd. Isn't that telling? Like, after all these years, Mama Joyce is still talking about Todd. I think that's so crazy, and I low key think that's telling. Like, it got to be something that she knows that we don't know, because it's just like, how is Mama Joy still to this day have this like bad energy towards Todd? Like, years later, kids later, like you still have this energy towards Todd. It's crazy. It's so crazy to me. So Marlo is meeting with Sheree and Sonya at Sheree's house for brunch. I was wondering, when they were meeting at Sheree's house for brunch, like, do Sheree pay her chef? Like, I just was wondering that, like, because the chef is just so happy-go-lucky. I'm just like, do Sheree pay you, girl? Or do you just do this to get the promotion off the TV show? I really wonder. Like, I was really curious when they show the chef all the time. Like, not all the time, but the last 2 episodes or whatever. So, it's just like when Marlo and Sonya and Sheree is there, I'm just like, here goes Sonya again, agreeing with whatever and whoever is in front of her. So Sheree wants us to believe that Martell is a different person than what we see on the show. They can't make him do what he do on the show, girl. Like, who are you? Between you and Drew, I don't know who y'all think the audience is a fool more. Like, who do you think is a fool more? Like, it's just like, you and Drew, I don't know who insults our intelligence more. You expect us to believe that Martell is totally Martell actions speak for itself. Martell had a side girlfriend, Ariane. Like, we see what Martell do outside of the show. Like, we see how he operates. Like, girl, are you crazy? A leopard or a zebra don't shed its stripes at all. Like, girl, you want us to believe that Martell is a different type of person off this show. You want us to believe that he puts on for the show. That is very, very hard to believe. Whoever believes that is insane. And Sheree, you sit up there on this national TV show trying to paint this image that Martell is this good guy. It's crazy. And it was like a video going around on Twitter where Martell, because I didn't watch the last episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I am out of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It is very hard for me to watch an episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's just not there for me anymore. It's not it. So I guess this was a clip off of what I missed on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And it was Martell at his upscale. This is off of Girl Housewives of Atlanta for a minute. But it was when Martell was at his upscale magazine reveal, and then it just, like, he treats Sheree like blah. Like, anytime they talk about Sheree on the show, he says that's his friend girl. Like, what is that? Like, you let Martell do you like this. It was so cringy watching that video, how he was just operating. He wasn't introducing her. He didn't acknowledge her at all at the upscale meeting. Like, they worked the room separately, as Marcel said, or Maurice said. Like, I just felt so bad for Sheree. Like, this is the low that you're willing to go. And you are on your show defending this man when he is on his show calling you his friend girl. But you're giving him so much light on this show. That's insane. getting a bigger platform than you getting a bigger platform. Cause Love and Marriage Huntsville is not as big as Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I'm just like, Sheree, like, this is insane. What are you doing? Like, I just want to shake her. Like, girl, what are you doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, out of all the men in the world, this is who you choose to go to bat for. This is who you choose to paint this image for. That we just don't supposed to believe that Martell is Martell. That's insane. That's insane to me. That's insanity. It is. It really is. So maybe she can fool the people that don't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville and haven't. Maybe she can. Maybe she's trying to gear those people. You know, like. And if I didn't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, maybe I can give her a little, grace on the situation. But seeing what he do with just following the show and following how he operates with not only Melanie but Ariana, like, it's insane. Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe Martell is on this show. I said this every episode. This is the third episode, and I feel like I've said this in every review I have put out. Like, I cannot believe Martell made his way to this damn show. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. So now we get into the scene with Drew and Ralph. They're rock climbing. They're talking about their relationship. They keep telling us and trying to make us believe that this is other people that's insulting our intelligence. Drew and Ralph want us to believe that the music is bringing them together, but what confused me about, and I'm gonna skip through that scene because it's just like it was fake to me. It was fake. Like, the whole thing is fake. It's fake. They are both good at acting. It's very fake. So I was confused about the scene when they got done rock climbing, when Drew was acting like she don't know how to rock climb. But when they got through with rock climbing, they were talking about the marketing of the song. Drew thought that the numbers was good. Ralph was like, that's not really good. It could be more if we pushed behind it. So Drew was saying how he's kind of pulling back from the music. So I was like, is it more to why he's pulling back from the music, or was just that? Like, they were confusing me. I'm just like, so this made you feel like it's sad because he's pulling back because he's not putting. Basically, I guess Drew was saying that he just wrote the song and that was it. But Ralph act like he's just so involved. That's why I just don't. They're just confusing to me. Like, they are confusing. They are confusing. And I think they are manipulators. Them both too. Like, you just really, I do not like Drew because she really just be playing in our face. Like, Drew really be playing in our face. She really do. She really, 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 really do. So we go into Kenya. Oh, this is going pretty fast. So we go into Kenya going off on her employee. I hear from sales professionals that Kenya is not that pleasant as a shopper. I hear that, yeah, like, Kenya just be coming in there to shop, which any other, celebrity, or even if you're a regular person, like, you're not coming there to talk. You're not coming there to take pictures. You're not coming there to sign no autograph. You come there to get your stuff and go home. So I get that part, but I hear that she's not a pleasant person when she's focused on just doing just that. Basically, if you want to sum it up, allegedly. So, yeah, Kenya going off on her employees. I cannot be her employees. I wish these owners of these companies. Of course, we have to understand where your passion comes from with you being the owner of a company. But at the same time, I need you to understand that you pay your people. Your business wouldn't run without the people like your employees. And it's just like a certain way you have to talk to them. Like, and I just was looking at Kenya like, you could say that much more differently. You want them to be professional and efficient. You can do that as well. You have to give and take. So if you're not being professional and, with talking to your employees, that's a problem. But Kenya is a small business owner. Like, Kenya is just starting off. So, I mean, I get it at the same time, but then I don't. Because I'm in that same type of work environment. If it's, a small business, and sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And that's what I would say to sum up how Kenya was talking to her employee. like I said, I couldn't work for Kenya. I did not know Monyetta was a dancer. I was today years old when I found out that Monyetta danced. And I cannot wait to tap into, what she really do. And I guess that's probably how her and Neo intertwined. But that's dope that Monyetta, I was wondering, what does Monyetta do? And that's dope that she dances. Like, I think that is so dope. I don't know why I was just really caught off guard when Kenya asked Monyetta to, help her come up with a choreography for the halftime show when she's coming out from the Magic City. I thought they was talking about the strip club, but they're talking about, HBCU, and she's coming out with the band. And I think the band idea is so like clever with the band and the Kenya Moore hair care, and we already done seen that iconic scene on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I just think that's very cute, and that was a good idea for Kenya to come up with, and I think that collaboration is good. Kandi is at the office at this point. This is another scene. Kandi is at the office listing out, everything that she must do. I can't lie, I thought it was funny that what she needed to do with Todd was at the very bottom of the list. Even Portia's wedding was before the, creating this movie with Todd. So I would feel away if I was Todd. Like, Portia's wedding is before Todd's movie. Like, that's more important on Kandi's must do than you helping me pursue my dreams. So it's definitely a two-way street, and I don't think Kandi sees it's a two-way street, and rightfully so. She doesn't see it because it's probably many reasons. She don't see it being a two-way street, probably because she's provided financially for this to even be in the street. So it's real tricky, but I really need them to get it together, because I feel like with your mom in the public, and then y'all already like clashing about this time, putting the same type of effort as I put into your business or what you got going on. I just want them to get it together, because it's just like, it's like, like what y'all gonna do? Like, what Kandi, y'all need to get this together, because now it's every scene we talking about how much stuff you have to do, and it just doesn't seem like it's improving yet. Of course, we have a whole season to go, but it's just like, it's just kind of crazy. So Kandi does not want to be the lead in Todd's movie. I really didn't grasp her reasoning for not being or wanting to be the lead in Todd's movie. She said that, everybody's gonna think like, yeah, Todd did this just for Kandi to be the lead. Why do we care what people think? But at the same time, Kandi just don't want to be the lead. So that's gonna be that. But she is helping Todd, I guess, produce or write the play. So I said again, you would think Mama Joyce wouldn't care to talk about Todd anymore. Like, you would think it would have been old by now. So it's just crazy that Mama Joyce still talks about Todd the way she do. And you can tell it really pisses Kandi off when she has to talk about like what's going on and how Mama said what she said. Like, you can just tell Kandi gets pissed. You could really, even in that confessional when she was like, I'm done with that shit, like she cursed or whatever, like I was like, damn, like you could tell Kandi be really pissed, but she be trying to hold it together as much as she can. But I'm just like, is it telling? Like, because this isn't doing nothing but keep opening the doors for others to talk about, Todd and Kandi's relationship. And if the old mama don't even respect the relationship, then who gonna respect it? Like, it's crazy. So we get into Drew and Ralph again. It's just like, Ralph, when Candace calls Drew, yes, you could be happy for her, but it just seems like you gotta insert yourself in everything. It's not really happiness. It's just like controlling in a way. Like, back up, nigga. Like, back up. Like, he is so annoying to me. Ralph is so annoying to me. He is so corny. He's such a cornball. And he knows it too. He knows it, and he's such a cornball. I just wonder how it feels to be with a cornball like Ralph. I don't wonder, but you know. So I'm just like, Drew, but you a cornball too. So y'all mesh in a way. I'm like, Drew, when Courtney came and y'all talking, you really felt the need to call Kandi pressed. The girl Courtney even saying, okay, I'm about to go over here and talk to the guys. Okay. And then you turn the phone over like, hey, Courtney's here with you with the fat. Like, girl, relax. Like, you is praised. If you wouldn't know that bad, ask somebody. Like, ask Kandi, ask her. But, like, to do all that, baby, you is pressed like a panini. You don't even know what happened. You don't even know what. Girl, that could have. Like, Drew, sit your happy ass down. Like, that's just what I wanted to say to Drew so bad. Like, why would you call Kandi while Courtney is there? And then it's just like Courtney is there with her ex. Like, I don't know. Something about that is a little fishy. Y'all been on and off for 20 years, but y'all great friends and y'all great co-parenting. But you decided to invite him to come to Drew and Ralph's house with y'all. Like, I don't know. Something about that just don't always seem clean to me. I don't know why. But Courtney is so damn country. When they was taking shots, she was like, damn family. Like, girl, you got the nerve to call somebody ghetto and you ghetto country. To my damn family. Like, girl, relax. Courtney is a fan. Like, baby, they be breaking these fans on the show. Courtney is a fan, baby, and she act like a fan. But they get to talking, and Courtney explains to Drew, like, you know, Sonya was all for me, you know, speaking to Kandi, you know, saying what I gotta say off my chest. But when I get there and I say what I gotta say off my chest, you know, Sonya didn't switch up. Like, it was just switcheroo. So, Drew was just putting up on game, like, you know, it's different with Sonya. And then Courtney said, I'm learning. You know, it's kind of fake. It's kind of flip-flop with Sonya. You know, whatever. So now we are at the performance with Candace. I thought she was coming in for like a rehearsal, but no, baby. Straight performance. I never seen this little city wine. I forgot what it's called. But I never seen this place before. But it seems very cute for what it's worth. You know, like the scenery, you know, with the artist performing. So it just seemed real cute. Kenya's dress was cute. That green look or whatever color was that looks so amazing on Kenya. Kenya stay looking good. You know, everybody looked good. Everybody came out for Drew. Candace did her whole performance. Drew did almost 30 seconds. Like, that's what I would feel the same way. Like, Drew, you invited all these people to do a one quick hop, skip, and jump. Like, whatever. Did y'all peep Chris and Ralph had the same kind of flowers? Were they giving them flowers out in the front door? Like, what? So, Drew came up. She did her shebang, what she needed to do. But before we got out, I kind of jumped ahead. I'm sorry. So, I'm going back. So, before we got into Drew performance, it was the scene with Marlo. So Marlo was like picking up some items from. So y'all know this is my forte. This is where I work. So I'm not saying exactly where I work, but this is definitely the area. This is definitely the environment. I know everybody that know everybody where Marlo was going. So I think production needs to do better with like editing and clipping, because you can see where Marlo was and you see her stopping. It's just like. The clipping and the editing be so horrible sometimes. So I'm like, baby, the producer need to get it together, because people that's really from here that watch this, they like, it doesn't flow. Like the clip, like that whole, you know, car scene where Marlo, it was just like choppy. Like it was real choppy. It was real choppy. So I was like, producers, y'all can do better. It seems like y'all just push it together and just throwing it up there. So y'all can do a lot better. Y'all can do a lot better with the editing. Sonya says, we're gonna go into Sonya says what Sonya says later. Okay, no, we're gonna go into what Sonya says now. So Sonya arrives to the party or whatever, what may you be, whatever. And she says that, I am here to support Drew. It's kind of hard. It's kind of difficult being friends with her. Because she goes to say that Drew sent her out her olive branch, but then turn around and, shade her at BravoCon. Drew said the girl unfollow her. Like, it's real pressure when you unfollow somebody. So, it's kind of rocky with Drew and Sonya, but I don't think it's nothing that them two can't get past. It's really petty, actually, no real beef for real, but that's another story for another day. So, I couldn't be friends with Drew. Like, I wouldn't, like, even when she was sitting there talking to Candace, saying how much she loved everything, like, I couldn't be friends with you because I just wouldn't know what would be real or fake. Like, it was just like, it would be like, girl, like, you just seem so fake to me. I just don't know what would be real and fake. Like, are you acting? Are you not? Which one is it? Am I getting the performance or am I nice? Which one is it? So, whatever. But she looked gorgeous without her makeup. When she came in there for that rehearsal and she didn't have no makeup on, Drew looked beautiful. Drew looks beautiful without makeup. Do you hear me? So Sheree did not come because Sheree is under the weather. So she says, so she did not come. So everything goes well. Drew do her little do wop, whatever the case may be. So she ends up ending it, meeting up with the girls. They end up going to a little private section. That's when they talk. So Kandi and Courtney talks, and Kandi tells her, Sonya said you had something to say about me, like I brought the ghetto people out. Courtney didn't back down. She said she did. And then she was like, I come from the hood. I come from the ghetto. My family's ghetto. Blah, 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 blah. Girl, whatever. I just be mad that Kandi be giving this girl so much energy. Even the conversation is a lot, Kandi. Like, that girl wouldn't even be able to get a conversation out of me. That girl would not be able to get nothing out of me. That girl would get paid dust. I would act like that girl not even in that room. How Candace treated Sesame Street girl off of Potomac, that's how I would have been treating Courtney. Like, baby, who are you? Who invited this girl? Where is my security? I do not need to be around regular people. Like, girl, that's what I would say to Courtney, and not even like that, but it's just like, girl, you are irritating me. Like, really, you are, and I just get irritated that Kandi continuously gives this girl a moment and get outside her body and makes it seem like she triggered. Like, Kandi, she don't even deserve half of that you giving her. And you can tell Marlo was so happy to see her when, and going back, I don't think Monietta has a real problem with Marlo. That little thing Marlo said, like, really, Monietta? Like, girl, you just say you Kandi friend, you want to stick beside Kandi and your loyalty like with Kandi. Like, don't make this false. I don't agree with everything Marlo says, but don't make this false narrative like Marlo was just talking shit when you walked up, because it wasn't that. It was 2 words, basically. She was just saying, like, you was going without Kandi. Everybody say slick shit. Like, relax. We all know that you just don't want to be her friend because you tight with Kandi. So, you're not fooling us either, Monietta. You're not. So, Marlo, you were doing a lot when Drew asked Kandi about the situation, because she was quote unquote there 2-3 days prior to the shooting. Kandi really didn't disclose much information. So Marlo was like, are you talking about the shooting? Like, Marlo, dang, police, like, it's just like, y'all, between you and Sheree, y'all got real, animosity in y'all heart about Kandi, and it just doesn't look well on y'all. Like, girl, you wanted to voice that was a shooting, baby. You was like, did she say shooting? You even got mad at Drew because she didn't call out what it exactly was. I just didn't really understand how your nephew correlated to him working at Blaze years ago, but him getting shot in his apartment by his roommate. Like, how did they equate? And it made it seem like you was really trying to make it seem like Kandi's place is not a place of business and it's a violent place. And this kind of is how it resulted to your nephew getting killed. And that was never the case. And I'm glad Kandi didn't give your ass it. She was like, baby, let's talk about the lady you slashed in the face. Let's talk about that. I would have said the same thing, Marlo. Let's talk about that. So you want to talk about the shooting? Let's talk about that then. Girl. But Marlo gets mad at Drew at the end because I really didn't know what they was fighting about. I really didn't know. I guess from what I can gauge is Marlo was mad that she didn't call it out and she act like she couldn't say certain things like shooting. So Marlo was like, this is close to me because I have a nephew that died from this, whatever the case may be. So I don't really know what Drew was saying. I don't really know what Drew was trying to get at with it. I watched it twice. I still really didn't know what Drew was trying to get at with it. But she was like, my nephew, that's my nephew. She's screaming Drew's phrase. Drew looked confused. She was scared though. She was scared. Drew looked confused. But what really had me cracking up is when Marlo was walking in her car. She was, but the whole time she was going back and forth with Drew. She was like, "Are you acting? Are you for real?" Like she said that like 10 times. She was like, "Are you acting? Are you for real? Are you acting? But are you for real? Like, are you acting? Are you for real? Like, which one is it?" And I would say the same thing to Drew. Like, "Are you for real? Or are you acting?" Because it's just all an act. At the end of the day, it's just all a act. So I'm ready to see the next episode when we see Kenya get bucked on Marlo. We know Kenya don't play by Brooklyn. So why would you ever play like Marlo be pushing buttons she know what it's gonna result to? Baby, you know you banging on that girl door like that with her daughter in her room. She's gonna go 38 crazy on you. I would do the same thing. Like what? Girl, Marlo, sit your ass down, baby. Sit your ass down. Be doing so much. But y'all, I will see y'all next week for episode 5. I will be reviewing Bill Collective. I really need y'all to engage with me, comment. Let's have conversations about what happened on tonight's episode. And I will see you guys next week for episode 4. Until then,